Hello, welcome to another Becoming a Modern Man. We are playing Bant Infect, and this time we are running up against Tron in match 4 of our Modern League. So yeah, we played Tron previously at the start of the league, so this is our second matchup against the deck. Went pretty favourably last time, so hopefully we're going to achieve the same results. This is our opening hand. Obviously a little bit light on Infect, guys, but we've got the Ink Moth, and I think otherwise this is a fairly decent hand. We've got ways to protect our Ink Moth, and we've got the Hierarchs. Obviously we would like to have some pump spells, I guess. Second Give of Runes doesn't do a whole bunch. That leads with Tower. I'm going to lead with a Hierarch. Pass the turn. And Scryings for mine. Your Spell Pierce, which could be potentially pretty nice. Going to run out going to run out a second Hierarch and the Giver Runes. Potentially double Giver Runes here, but I think the Hierarch is likely to be better. One plays Relic, which is fine. Doesn't really do anything against us. And Walking Ballista, which is a little bit scarier. So we're going to activate Infmoth and we can attack here. Walking Ballista is fine as long as it's got that one counter on it. Once it's got more than one counter on it, it's a little bit problematic. Giver Runes can protect against Colorless, so we have some protection there. So I'm going to use Pendelhaven to make the Inkmoth a 2/3, and then the Exalted triggers are going to allow it to hit for 4 here. And then I think we're just going to keep up Spell Pierce, see what our opponent does. Opponent just puts another counter on the Walking Ballista, which is fine. They're going to attack for 2, which is also fine. Not too threatening. But obviously we need to be able to double protect our Inkmoth Nexus. Fortunately we're in a position where we can do that. We've got Vines of Vastwood and the Giver of Runes here, so I'm going to activate Inkmoth, go for the Pendelhaven, see how our opponent responds. I'm going to try and ping the Inkmoth, so I'm going to respond by activating Giver of Runes. And then our opponent is going to try and ping Inkmoth again. So we're going to Vines. I suppose maybe we should have done that in the opposite order. If we Vines first, then we would have got the Pendelhaven pump. So we're missing out on the Pendelhaven pump because of the way that worked out. But I don't think it actually matters, does it? Because we're yeah, I think it would have been a different position if that actually would have mattered, but obviously it didn't. Additionally, we could also rank hold on top of the Inkmoth Nexus in this situation, but and we also had Spell Pierce backup, so we were in a pretty solid spot. And yeah, Giver Runes did some work here in protecting us from that Walking Ballista, and we can attack for 7 here to put our opponent to 11 poison counters, and that is game 1 wrapped up nice and quickly, just how we would like it to be. Okay, so I've already talked about sideboarding against Tron. I suppose potentially want to bring in Paths for Walking Ballista. Ceremonious Rejection is decent, but we don't want to spend too much on interaction. I think Spell Pierce kind of let us down last time, so maybe we just want to take that out. And then we've got Viridian Corruptor, which is very nice. I don't think Force of Vigor does enough. There's not usually enough artifacts on the board for this to be like a great card against Tron. The Center's Deliverance is an option. I'm not really in love with this card. I think maybe we could have something slightly more useful in the sideboard. I think spending 2 mana to destroy an artifact is just a bit slow in general for us, but maybe I'm wrong. I do like the Viridian Corruptor though, so maybe we can go up on Corruptors potentially. But yeah, I don't think that's the kind of card we want to be bringing in realistically. As I say, concentration on being fast and winning the game nice and swiftly is our main goal. Okay, so here we are with game 2. Seems like a decent hand. We've got Hierarch, Inkmoth Nexus, and Viridian Corruptor, so 2 Infect guys. Might Evolve Corrosa is a nice pump spell, +4/+4, and we've got Blossoming Defense as well to protect our guys, so I quite like this hand. put them all to 5, and they've leading off with a forest as a Tron deck is always interesting. They're going to Ancient Stirrings off of that, which is going to find them a Tron piece. But obviously seems like a pretty good situation for us. Obviously they've mulled fairly low and they didn't lead off with a Tron piece, so their hand is a little bit on the slow side at best. We're just going to lead off with Hierarch here. I suppose we could have led off with Inkmoth Nexus here, but I think I like Hierarch, and potentially Viridian Corruptor can destroy something. Opponent plays Walking Ballista and immediately uses it to kill Hierarch, which is quite interesting. Potentially just wrong, I think. I don't know. Obviously us having more mana is problematic, but I think they'd want to target the Ballista, an Infect creature, rather than the Hierarch. I don't really know whether that's the right thing to do or not, but it seems kind of wrong to me. I think if they keep the Ballista back, it becomes a much more useful resource. Opponent plays Chromatic Star. We can corrupt to that, but they still draw a card, so I don't think that's really worth our while. We've also got a pretty decent attack here. Actually, we can kill our opponent. So the Exalted Trigger makes it a 2/2, and then we've got 2+4/4 pumps here. So well, actually, we've got 3+4/4 pumps here. I suppose we're going to use Groundswell just because we played a land this turn, and we might not be able to play a land on following turns. So we're going to lead with Might World Corroser and see if our opponent's got anything worthwhile. Obviously, with 1 mana up, opponent plays Warping Whale, which is interesting. So that exiles a target creature with power or toughness 1 or less. But obviously, we can do something about that fairly easily. Groundswell makes our Inkmoth Nexus a 5/5, which means the Warping Whale is no longer a legal target, and we have a 9/9 with the Exalted Trigger, 10/10, and attack our opponent and finish them off. So nice and quick and easy win against Tron there. Obviously our opponent mulled fairly hard, so we can't be too proud of it, but we do pick up a very swift victory and get over our opponent here.